Hello, everybody. Um, Today, let us investigate how can we disconnect from the source of stress. We know that stress is the secondary cause of any disease in the body. Sometimes the stress part is 20%, sometimes is 80%. So depend of the disease, depend of the area where of the organ that is affected, um, depend also for the gravity of the source. Sometimes the stress doesn't let us sleep. Some people get their mind get hooked on something unpleasant. They have some problems. They have some issue, some conflict. So the mind get hooked over there, get obsessed. So the mind doesn't detach of that source of the event that create unpleasant feeling. No? If something we don't like, and we cannot disconnect for the particular things which we dislike, right? That is causing stress, causing us upsetness, and that causes stress. Now, as I said, some people cannot sleep. Some people cannot think, cannot focus on something else, because their mind is constantly just hooked over there, constantly is supplied with the unpleasant feeling, with something which, we didn't like, and that dislike element, it's keep refreshing our mind, of course in a negative way, absolutely. Now, I'm going to give you a couple of suggestions. How can we disconnect from that one? See, first of all, I know there is some people that believe that they can do 2 or 3 things at the same time. People were talking about Napoleon. He was doing 7 things at the same time. He was dictating different letter, going in a different place. At the same time, it's not possible. I'm very sorry. What is possible, it's some people goes, their mind, they are processing information, goes so fast from one information to another, from one subject to another subject, so they take very quickly information, they process and they take decision. Now, see, that is what some people can do, but they move extremely very fast from one to another in 1 second or 2 seconds, right? But still, they cannot process 2 information, they cannot process 2 feeling or 2 at the same time. That is not possible. Our mind can do one by one, you see? So, we have to disconnect from the source which produce us discomfort feeling or upsetness or bad feeling. How can we do that? We have to take our mind away from there. There is as far as I know two different I have 2 different ideas. One I just create myself. The other one is used in various philosophic activity. Some people just try to repeat in their mind certain phrase, repeat certain phrase. It just it's some type of, they are used as auto-suggestion. Yeah, I'm relaxed, or I'm happy. So those are used only to create in our mind certain attitude, certain feeling. But that also works for trying to disconnect from the source of which produce stress. Now why? Because our mind cannot think of that, cannot stay hooked with the source of stress, right? At the same time, to really make up phrases and pronounce the phrases is not possible. But what is possible? Go back and forth, right? No, but if you really try to really repeat this phrase and don't give a space between I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy. If you don't leave space like I'm happy, stop. I'm happy, stop. So if you stop in between the phrases, the mind keep going back to the source of stress. It's very important to know that one. It's here, it's not that you want to create certain feeling or certain idea in our mind how and what to process in order to really create that particular thing. Here is, don't give a chance to the mind to go there with mechanics. So I try to combine two things together, to combine a type of relaxing, thoracic relaxing or neck relaxation at the same time, and also taking the mind away from the source of for the source of stress, for the stress-producing point. And it's very simple. Putting the hand under the finger, under on top of the upper lip, and right underneath the nose. So putting horizontal the finger and try to breathe in, expanding the chest, and breathe out. Inhale, expanding the chest, and right away start exhaling. Don't hold, exhale. Don't give a space, don't leave the empty time, empty space between inhalation and exhalation, because we don't like to leave the mind crazy, leave the mind alone, to go back to the source of stress, to getting crazy again. So we catch it here, we hooked here with us, we hold it here. Now, but when you breathe in, you expand your chest. When you expand the chest, you stretch the neck muscles, you stretch the intercostal, you stretch the upper thoracic. So you just breathe in, like 3, 4, 5 seconds, and breathe out. You don't need to count, breathe out slowly at the same time. So by doing this, once you release the tension, which in the neck or in the upper thoracic, in the upper back, tension which is produced by the stress, at the same time, you keep our mind here. We have to feel, when you breathe in, you have to feel the cold air getting in. You will feel in the fingers, right? Now when you breathe out, you feel the warm air coming out. So our mind is really busy on focusing to feel cold air getting in, warm air getting out, at the same time as thoracic getting expanded. So there is 2 in 1. So for me, this one, it really worked very well. It's working very well because it does 2 things at the same time. So our mind is focused here to feel the air feel the cold air getting in, and feel the warm air, coming out through the nose. So you feel the cold air getting inside the nose when we suck, and then when we exhale, you feel the warm air getting out of the nose. You see? So we focus to feel. So our mind has to focus to feel that thing, to feel that air constantly. Just don't leave a space between inhalation and exhalation, because then the mind, is crazy. It's going back right there to the source of stress. But you should do this one for minutes, at least 5 minutes or more. Now, at the same time, whatever stress created as the muscular tension before, right? Before you start doing this particular exercise. So now we release that muscle tension. So it will be easier for us to really control the detaching of the stress from the physical point of view, for the physical perspective. Because when you get tense, right? When you get tense, the brain is tense, So the upper neck holds brain tense, hold the brain to stay tense. The upper thoracic holds the brain to stay tense. Now what we do here, we do mechanically. We untense the brain because I untense the neck muscles and the upper thoracic muscles, right? We untense those muscles, so they untense the brain at the same time. And at the same time, the mind, we take the mind away from that, what produces stress, and keep the mind busy to really feel the cold air getting in, cold air coming out. You have to breathe very slowly and very long. The breathing should be at least 4, 5, 6, 7 seconds, something like that. 4, 5, whatever. So I think this is a fabulous exercise. And also for people who cannot, those people that cannot sleep, you should do this exercise, because people cannot sleep due to the fact that mind is hooked on something. And the mind is hooked on something and doesn't want to enter on the stage, relaxing stage. Wants to stay there, busy, just hooked with that things which dislike. So get some kind of mental spasm. So by doing this, we disconnect there, we relax the brain, and the mind getting disconnected from that source of stress. You just are free to go in the relaxing stage, to go to sleep. You see, it's very simple. It's very simple, but don't think that you can realize that just in the first 2 or 3 or 5 minutes. You have to repeat this on various times until you learn the technique. Once you learn the technique, you can master the technique, and you can use it any time that you feel that you need it. You feel that you are caught, you are hooked on something which is dislike. Okay? Okay, my friends, I wish you great luck, and please, great success on doing this. And really do it, because it's amazingly helpful. Okay? You take care.